Hello students, once again welcome back to our English class. So we were going through an interesting story of Unit 4, The Last Leaf, written by O. Henry. In this story, the author is trying to convey his theme, that is courage, confidence, inspiration, etc. in a different way. Let's recall what we had learned in our previous classes. Johnsy and Sue were artists who shared the same interest and taste in art. They set up a joint studio. As winter approached and the weather got colder, Johnsy became ill with pneumonia. She got so sick that she believed that when the last leaf fell from the vine outside her window, she would die. Now, let's see what happens next. Sue was very sad and he asked Johnsy to sleep. Also, she asked her not to look through the window until she finished her work because she wanted to deliver the drawing tomorrow itself. Johnsy agreed and asked Sue to finish the painting so that she could be in time to see the last leaf fall off the ivy plant. She was tired of waiting to see it fall. She wanted to die and was tired just like the poor tired ivy leaves. Sue asked her to try to get some sleep as she had to paint an old miner. She would call upon their neighbor Berman to be the model for her. Sue went downstairs to the ground floor of the house where Berman lived. Berman was a 60-year-old painter. He aspired to paint a masterpiece. Sue discussed Johnsy's condition with him. She said that Johnsy was sure that she would die when the last leaf fell off the ivy plant. Sue said that Johnsy was suffering from high fever. She was not eating too. Sue was worried about her. By hearing this, Berman became angry and Berman scolded Sue that why did you allow to permit such silly ideas into her mind. Berman went to see Johnsy. They entered the room quietly. Johnsy was asleep. Sue and Berman looked out of the window fearfully at the vine. There was only one leaf left on the creeper plant. There was heavy rain accompanied by strong cold wind. The leaf was due to fall any moment. Berman took a seat and prepared himself to pose for Sue as a model. Now, let's have a model reading of today's part that we discussed. Johnsy dear, said Sue, bending over her, will you promise me to keep your eyes closed and not look out of the window until I have finished working? I must deliver these drawings tomorrow. I need the light, otherwise I would put down the curtain. Couldn't you draw in another room? Asked Johnsy coldly. I would rather stay here with you, said Sue. Besides, I don't want you to keep looking at those silly ivy leaves. Tell me as soon as you have finished, said Johnsy, closing her eyes and lying white and still. Because I want to see the last leaf fall. I am tired of waiting. I am tired of thinking. Try to sleep, said Sue a little later. I must go downstairs for a minute to get Mr. Berman, who is going to sit as my model. But I will be right back. And don't move, and also please promise me not to look out of the window. Old Mr. Berman was a painter who lived on the first floor beneath them. He was past 60. Berman was a failure in art. He had always wanted to paint a masterpiece, but he had never yet begun to paint it. For many years he had painted nothing, except now and then something in the line of commercial or advertising work. He earned a little money by serving as a model of those young artists who could not pay the price for a regular model. But he always talked about the great masterpiece he was going to paint. For the rest, he was a freeze little old man who regarded himself as a watchdog and protector for the two young artists living above, of whom he was very fond. Sue found Berman in his poorly lighted studio. In one corner of the room stood a blank canvas which had been waiting for 25 years to receive the first line of the promised masterpiece. She told him of Johnson's fancy and how she feared she would, indeed light and fragile as a leaf herself, float away when her slight hold upon the world grew weaker. Old Berman shouted, "Are there people in the world who are foolish enough to die simply because leaves fall from an old vine? I have never heard of such a thing. Why don't you permit such silly ideas to come into her mind? Oh, that poor little Miss Johnsy. She is very ill and very weak," explained Sue, and the fever had left her mind full of strange ideas. Johnsy was sleeping when they both went upstairs. Sue pulled out the curtain and motioned Berman into the other room. There they looked out of the window fearfully at the vane. Then they looked at each other for a moment without speaking. A cold rain was falling, mixed with snow. Berman took a seat and prepared himself to pose for Sue as a model. Read the lesson up till here for 2 or 3 times. If there is any doubt, you can ask me. We will see the rest of the story in the next class. See you.